So I kind of rushed through some things to keep on my point, but then later I have to come back and address it because it was like, what do you mean by like people hiding behind time, or someone like trying to subvert your yes, like they're fucking with your no, trying to subvert your yes. Like, what does that mean? And I mean, myself, it's a little bit unclear the first time that it's been presented to me. Like, thinking about it is kind of abstract, but then is it even abstract? The more you get to understand, the less abstract it seems. And so, like, I can almost not do it justice like I can, or maybe I'll say the same thing as another person says in a different way. So the way to understand it is by seeing how two different uh, two different explanations might mean the same thing. It's like it rhymes, you know. So what is this? I told you about hiding behind time, right? Basically the principle of, I don't know what scammers do with time. I don't know how they evolve their scam. So anything I tell them or talk to them is actually helping them to evolve the scam and keep it going. So you don't give them time because they have, what's this? Subverting your yes. Well, when you get really close to the crux of the matter, if you hit the point right on the meat of the bat, like if you're getting really close, like somebody noticed, you know what I mean? It's like you think you're standing so far out of range until some of those sniper shots are accurate. Like, oh, somebody's shooting accurately. Now it changes your attitude about the situation and what needs to be taken care of first and everything. They hit you with a bunch of trivial truths to change your subject and have you explaining not your reason for believing something, but basically you're just arguing that you're not a totally lunatic to somebody who you don't even two shits give a fuck, that what they haven't shown me shit in the first place for me to know who they are. So it's funny when I ask them, you know, if you're on probation, you can hit this weed, and they're like, I don't fucking know you. Yeah, that's the thing. We asked Trump about the fucking Epstein files, and he said, are you still interested in Epstein? That creep? Yeah, that creep, exactly. It's just starting to piss me off. But, okay. I've noticed that progressives are waiting for some time to when they're going to be like, yeah, see what I mean and everything. But things we agree about for different reasons. Like you distrust Elon Musk, but you just trust him for a different reason than I do. Then you're still in suspense. You told me voting for Trump was going to result in, you know, this and that negative thing, but it wasn't going to be no fucking hurricane, some fucking flood. Like, what are you a Bible thumper then now? Are you trying to act like you're some kind of, you know, like prophet with the fucking, down with all the same shit that we're not supposed, like I'm not supposed to talk about? Like, it's like try to subvert, because it gives you through acquiescence. You've been fucking going through this stress for long enough that why would you want to help them out? It's right in front of our face. Forget about the big shit. Pay attention to the little things. It accounts for much more of anything that you could even complain about. So this subverting yes. So it's like trivialities, and then they try to get you to accept some hokey doke. Then you can co-sign. It's like acquiescence or something. They're trying to completely defeat your whole movement. And it's like they'll try all these little rinky-dink little ways because it's connected to their trivialities, which is just like they're just looking for quibbles. They're just searching for shit to quibble about, then rather than to understand just the most simple of terms. So because you had an idea, if I can get you to act like I'm acting, you know, then I can undermine it, and then I can debunk, you know what I mean? Like, it's trying to get you away from the voice that, you know, that he's like, you don't even think that you're that close to Christ or something. You just take a step and you're still, you know what I mean? You're still like way off, you know? You're still way off the path, but then people are just like noticing that you're just like, oh, fuck. And why you waste all this fucking energy on something you can't even control it? Reason you're giving me flack is because you're interested in it yourself. It's like this is not the way to go forward. Because they think it's a spaghetti monster. Why do you think it's a spaghetti monster? Why are you, because you thought you were gonna get 72 versions and now you're worried that it's 72 fucking demon goats? Maybe you're the virgins. Like, yeah, that's really, you're really in a position to lecture. But then if you don't want to hear lectures, sometimes don't ask people shit. Then maybe you just don't get to ask questions in a free ass country. You think you get to ask questions? Just sometimes you get to ask questions. Sometimes you don't just get to ask questions. When I find out what the reason is for, like, they have something that they want to remind you or something, like you're not paying attention to certain values. You didn't even know that was important to them, or you don't think they were that important, you know? People have all sorts of values that we don't think is important. Like, you try to control something that's been out of control a lot of times when you're upbringing. Like, let's say if you had a dirty house, one way to exert control over things getting out of control in a dirty house is to have, like, pristinely shoes, like no marks, no smudges. And some people might say that's just a sign of someone who takes care of themselves. And we can both be right, but they're like, no, you're wrong, sir. You know what I mean? Like, that is actually a sign of this. It's like, well, two things can be true, then I don't want to, like, you think that's just trying to make people feel bad for growing up in a dirty house. So, when it comes to, like, getting your house in order, then I guess you'll be talking about, like, something religion. Well, I'll tell you, if you're not, genociding somebody, then it's not weird that somebody's bombing the shit out of you. So it would be weird. It's like, they represent an existential threat. You don't fucking know that, and don't tell me that. And it's still not weird if you didn't get bombed because you're not killing them. Like, if you're not killing anyone and you get bombed, now all of a sudden you hold sway when, like, if you want to, like, speak and people have to listen, maybe they can get it away to where it doesn't matter what people are willing to listen to, because, like Trump said, why are you even interested in that old fucking shit? When they were against him, it was like, oh, the American people are not interested in what this, like, whatever scandal that, it's like, they said we weren't interested. So then I guess I don't have to dignify it with a response then, right? This is the danger of, like, saying somebody represent. Like, if they want to be able to represent you, the best way is to be savage race or savage people or something that need, like, an orphan master or something, like somebody to watch after them like they're adopted. So if I'm gonna get mad, it's because you think that I came from an orphan adopted culture that you just don't know nothing about. So to the extent then that you're probably standing on the palm of my hand looking at my 5 fingers like 5 pillars to heaven. Little dude.